This is a pretty three-bedroom house in Holiday, Florida. It's available, as you can see, with some really fantastic financing. Turn all of the rent into down payment. All of the rent that you pay for the entire first year. All of the rent for the entire first year becomes the down payment. As you can see, it is a pretty house with an absolutely gigantic tree in the backyard for shade. And the financing, as we say, all of the down payment comes from the rent that is paid in the first year. In other words, there's an upfront fee of $29.95, and that pays for. It buys an option, which gives you the right to buy the house at locked-in prices over a 3-year period. It also goes dollar for dollar toward the purchase of the house when you buy the house. And it also includes the first month's rent. So just consider, it's sort of like first, last, and security. It's $29.95 moves you in, $8.95 a month thereafter. And all of that for the first year goes toward the purchase of the house. Now we've made a mistake, and you get to benefit from that. We started offering this house with those terms prior to renovating it. At that time, it needed a little bit of work. We said, hey, take the house as is, move in right now, and save big. Had a lot of people that loved the house, and they said, we don't want to do that. We'd like to move into a house that's all ready to move in. And so what we've decided to do now that we have finished the renovation of the house is we've decided to extend the special offer where all of the rent for the first year goes toward the down payment. All of the rent for the first year goes toward the down payment. We're going to extend that. We're going to extend that special offer for another 2 weeks. So if you act in the next 2 weeks, you can have this house with a guaranteed financing program, all of the rent that you pay for 1 full year going toward the purchase price of the house, and you can have the opportunity of buying a house in the current environment which banks are rejecting 7 out of 10 people for loans, in a period where banks will not make a loan unless you really don't need one. In an environment like that, we are offering the chance to own this house in 1 year, irrespective of bankruptcy, foreclosure, or bad credit. All you have to do to qualify for the mortgage is get into the rent-to-own program, make the payments on time for 12 consecutive payments, take care of the house as though it were your own. And once you have done that, you have earned a mortgage. You will have you will own the house. All you have to do is sign a couple of pieces of paper, and you will own the house and have a mortgage, irrespective of what your credit is like. You have earned that right. You have earned a mortgage by making 12 rent payments on time, taking care of the house as though it were your own, making the payments on time. And that's it. For more information, call George Beardsley, Advanced Realty Team, the seller, who also has a real estate license, at 727-644-4661.